Association held a conference to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the sister cities relationship between the Bar Associations of Philadelphia and Lyon, France. Now, even in the geeky lawyer circles that I run in, it's hard to get excited about a Bar Association conference. But this time I was psyched, because Philly, Lyon, and lawyers is like a pretty good start to an Arianna bingo card, right? I, of course, love the city of Philadelphia, but the other city in the world that I love is Lyon. I love the city, I love the food, I love the soccer team. This place has been my favorite forever. So it was like they had made this conference for me. And what they were starting with was a morning conference on international law with representatives from the Lyon Bar Association and the Montreal Bar Association, and some interns who had done an exchange program in Philadelphia. So I'm signed up right away. I'm picturing myself there, kind of breezily chatting in French about issues in international law and, the summer transfer window for the soccer team. But as the conference started to get closer, I was feeling a little bit nervous because, for one thing, my French hadn't been game day ready in a little while. And for another, as much as I loved the city of Lyon, I wasn't really a natural fit for this conference. See, I work for a federal judge. I'm a law clerk of the Court of Appeals, and while it's really cool when you type in the form to say, place of business, U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit, it's not great for networking, right? Like at the court, business kind of comes to us. But the day of the conference, I give myself a good pep talk. I head up to the table. I tell them my name. The woman with the list kind of gives me an odd look. I tell her my name again. She says, all right. She's still kind of staring at me strange, and she hands me my papers and my name tag. I walk in, and I go to put the name tag on. The Honorable Arianna M. Scavetti, United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. Whoa. Look, I'm grateful for the promotion. Life tenure seems pretty great. I'm not sure the Senate would be crazy about me skipping through the whole confirmation process. But, this isn't me. I don't want people thinking that I'm a judge, right? I don't want to start every conversation by explaining that this is wrong. And no wonder the woman's giving me a weird look. She's looking for a federal judge, not someone who looks like they're going to get carded at the dinner that day. But I was in luck. I had a Sharpie in my bag, so I was able to do some quick work on the name tag to black out the honorable and go back to just, being my normal law clerk, boring self. So we make it through the morning. And I feel like, all right, through the hurdle here. All that's left is dinner. I sit in my back corner table, talk with some of the other interns. The soccer team had won a big game last night. I was looking forward to doing the play-by-play. Then go through the cocktail hour. I'm meeting some people. I'm feeling good. I'm kind of charming, kind of impressive. I go and pick up my card to show which table I'm sitting at. And once again, it says the Honorable Arianna Scavetti, but I'm prepared for it at this point, right? It's not quite the same shock. I walk over to my table, and it's not as far in the corner as I thought it was going to be. I set down my card, and I look to see who else is sitting at the table. The head of the Philadelphia Bar Association. The next head of the Philadelphia Bar Association. The head of the Montreal Bar Association. The head of the Lyon Bar Association. This is not a table where we talk about soccer. This is the dignitary table. And I am not at all ready for this. So I sit down, and the head of the Philadelphia Bar Association comes over, and he's looking at me, and he's looking at the name tag. And you just watch the sort of panic come over his face. He goes, "You're a clerk." Yeah. Props to the person at the Bar Association who saw place of business, U.S. Court of Appeals, and was like, gotta be a judge, no follow-up necessary. Right? There's a lot of us. We all work there. It's kind of a business. So I sat down, and every conversation, as each person came up to the table, started with, "Oh, vous êtes un juge." They're no, c'est une erreur. Not the impressive conversation starter that I was hoping for. I managed to ride it out with the help of a very lovely lawyer from Paris who caught me up on the conversation across the table every time I started to lose the thread. And finally, at the end of the night, I made it through my own personal identity crisis and took as a souvenir the card proclaiming me the Honorable Arianna Scavetti, United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. Called upon, I'm happy to serve. Thanks very much.
Arianna.